coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and open for more here in Week 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. This defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change?
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley Cox. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? And they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Wentz now on 1st down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Three yards remain for 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run here with Taylor, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Stafford. Now this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Dulin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown, Colts. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now it's Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Stafford to Kupp there for a Rams first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one. Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The tackle there by George Odom. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. With Josh Reynolds in Tennessee now, the Rams are eager to see what they have in Van Jefferson, a 2nd-round pick last year out of Florida, and he gives them a nice catch there for a first down. From the 50, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them. Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Stafford. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
From the 50, Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, it's Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run with Taylor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Wentz. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the handoff, Taylor looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Stafford now to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Going up top for Cup. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 15. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Able to shake him off. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop He does have the first down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Pushing through the contact. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They run once more with Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he gets free left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the give, this is Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 38 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
It's a run with Akers. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 2.
And the Rams are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 14, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. Touchdown.
Jacob Harris
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And that's going to be incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor in a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Colts, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.